Okay, welcome back. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. Part 3 of the day. We left off, we had just finished magic and items in battle. And so that was really cool. And now we're going to do status effects, which I'm very excited about. Who doesn't love a good status effect? And additionally, this is the first video in this series, or perhaps any of my videos I've ever made, where I actually took notes beforehand to plan out what this is going to look like, because I just felt like with this territory it was going to help me a lot. So basically, I'm just trying to get my notes set up. Okay, I have them on paper, so you're not going to be able to see them, but I'll be walking you through it. So first off, we're going to want a status effect resource, which let's figure out where that might go. Probably just in the top level. Items is fine, magic is fine there. We can make a folder for the status effects, because then we can have like any art related to them. And so let's do status effects. All right. Now we're going to need a script. It's going to be status effect. It's going to inherit from resource. Class name, status effect. Now this is going to be very similar to how we set up all of our data classes, right? Like our battle actor, our magic, and our items, as well as the inventory, but more so the aforementioned, the previously mentioned three, whatever. Back to status effect. So this might vary from my notes a bit, but I'm gonna just kind of get everything in place. So we're gonna have an enum types, and so that'll have everything like poison, sleep. And I'm just going to do ... because I don't have everything else planned out. I just have these two for now. We're going to have var name. We're going to do var type -1, var power equals -1. Notice we're keeping it consistent with that power. Now we might not use that. I actually don't have that in effect. So I might just comment that out. We do have duration. That's going to be -1. We always use -1 to indicate that it's not been set for things like these. And let's see, target. We're going to have var target. It's going to be battle actor equals null. We might run into an issue with that because battle actor is going to reference status effects, but we'll see if we can get away with that. So our init is going to look like, and this I didn't actually sketch out, but we're going to have, so type, duration. No, I take it back. Duration we're going to roll. And so really we're just initting it with the type. And it's going to be type equals type. And we want, we're going to copy over our duplicate custom. It's going to be a lot simpler than that though. Like really, we just need to, whoops, on that init, we're just sending through type, and that's it. Everything else will be created at runtime. So duration is going to be random. So maybe we will do like a base duration. And that we will send through as an argument. Int equals base duration. I think I have to put in these default arguments. Make sure we do this. Okay. So type base duration. Now we have, we're going to make our main function we're going to call on this, which is going to be tick. It's going to return an integer. And so first off, it's going to be return duration. And at the start, we're going to do a duration minus equals 1. And duration equals, let's say like base duration plus math.rand range I. I'm going to say like -2 to 2. And it's also going to be a minimum math.min the I value, so it's going to be max I 1 and that. So we always want it to be at least 1 turn, and then the base duration, right, whatever that gives us. So we're rolling each time we instance a status effect from its base data type. It's going to have a random duration, and we might modify that later, but that's just kind of how I'm seeing it for now. And like, for example, if we have something that's going to last the entire battle, we can just give it a ridiculously high duration, like 999 or something. And I might make a note there for infinite duration to last the battle. Well, actually, if poison... No, so if duration is -1, let's do a set duration to -1 for infinite until cured. Okay. And then we also want to do type. You know what? I think I might try here. Let's do this. Base duration. We're going to do a match based on type. Poison. This is going to clean this up a lot, I think. Let me make sure I update this. All right, that's good. So duration equals, I think we can get rid of base duration now. So we're going to grab this. Make like bar base equals 1. Poison. So we want it to end on battle or not? No, I think I like the idea of having it last, like, persist. So duration is going to be -1. And we don't need that base duration. Types.sleep. Duration equals math dot rand range I. We're going to say like 1 to 4 turns for now. And so that's a pretty nice way, I think, of setting duration. And I'll put this note up here to make it infinite until cured. Or just say like last until cured. Now we got to finish tick. Man, these notes really help, I'll tell you that. We're going to do another match down there, but we're going to be doing different things. So duration minus, let me see. Yeah, we don't actually need that part. So this, what did I write here? Damage equals, okay. Bar damage int equals, it's going to be negative int, it's going to be target dot HP max times, we're going to have 0.1. Let's just do rand range, it's going to be -0.08. Wait, don't I have a math? I could have sworn I had. Let me check my math real quick. I don't feel like rewriting something that I'm already using. Add with random spread. Yeah. I don't know if I like that name, but so we're going to 0.1. And what's the spread? We have to put that in. The spread will be 0.01. Yeah. So it'll be approximately 10% of your health you will take, and we need another one there. All right. And then we call what heal hurt on target. So we target that heal hurt damage. Okay, so that's poison. Sleep. I think sleep we just do. We don't actually need anything. For now, I'll just put pass. And yeah, so now we move to battle actor. I'm pretty sure this is set up reasonably how we want it. Well, now I think, see, these function differently from the other data types. And if it just has a type, we don't really need to duplicate it. And so I'm going to get rid of that default value. And I'll show you what we're going to try. This is kind of fun. Kind of exciting for me because it's a different format. Maybe it helps that I plan out things. So battle actor is going to get a status effects array. We're going to make a function one to add status effects. Let's do it all the way down here. After equip. So function add status effects. It's going to be just called effect. So it's not super redundant. Do that. And it's going to be status effects dot append status effects. Oh no, just do that effect. And maybe we'll even just send through the type. Effects type. And then we do status effects dot new. It's going to be effect type. I guess it's implied that it's type. Let's see if that works. All right, nice. So we're adding to that array, to the end of that array, the new status effect, and then we're going to have function tick status effects. And I'm going to do for effect in status effects. Maybe we'll do I so that we get the autocomplete for I in range status effects dot size. Does this throw an error if there's nothing in it? Maybe not. We're gonna do so if status effect equals status effects I. And we do if status effect dot tick equals 0. And we want to remove it. Oh, I forgot. I have to go backwards from this. We're going to double check the formatting here. So we want to do 0, get size -1. Let's see if I have to change that up. 0, 6. So it looks like it'll skip 4, 3, 2. Oh, do I have to do it that way? 4, 3, 2. Let's try it this way. Because we need the decrement. We're going backwards, right? Notice that -1, it's not 1. Because we're going to be removing these from the array as we go along if it's warranted. And so we have to do status effects dot remove. It's going to be at position I. So if you think of an array, delete that. So your array, right, equals this. You might have like 0, 1, 2, 4. Or let's say poison, sleep, paralysis, and I don't know, smelly, just so I can get something else in there. So when we're looping and we're removing, say if we went from 0 to 3 instead of 3 to 0, and say sleep is done, then if we remove sleep, what happens is the next index, or it's getting the size, right? And so if we take sleep out, it's going to keep running. And the problem is it's going to skip paralysis because that's now at the index that sleep was. Sleep was 1. And then also when we get to the end, it's going to error out because now it doesn't have 3. So if you do it backwards, what happens is, say, I'll put sleep back in. If we remove sleep at 1, it doesn't matter because we already went through all of these, right? We're never going to need to go that way because we're going this way. So when we go to 0, nothing's changed. So hopefully that makes sense. If you need more information, you can look up how for loops work and what direction you want to use. You could also check out the range. That's going to be helpful. So, okay, so we remove it if the tick is at 0, which means it's done, right? Its duration is finished. And let me see my note. Yeah, we did that. So now we're going to use this in 2 places. One is in battle. The other is going to be in our player, what should we call it? Like the general player class that we use on the overworld. So let's do the battle first because that's what we've been dealing with. And we're going to try and test this out and see if we can get it to work. So battle is going to, right, we're going to call that in when it's their turn. So first we check if they're knocked out. Okay, that's fine. Then I think before we do anything else, we're going to tick status effects. And then probably recheck. So let's put this tick status effects, recheck, valid state. So I'll just put this here, do this. And tick status effects is going to look like actor.tick status effects. So we call that. Now what I need to be able to figure out is how do we get that text? Right? Like, do we maybe we make the text array here, and then we can send that out. And so text will be equals that. That's going to return that array. At the end, we just add return text. And so now with each tick, we're going to need to create text there. So maybe with Maybe we would let the status effect handle that. Because it has access to all the variables already. So we call that. I'll probably have to hold off on the heal hurt. We're gonna have to figure out the timing of that. Or I guess what we can do is make sure that poison is at the end, because poison's probably going to be the only one that causes damage. But yeah. So tick status effects, we need to be making the text. This isn't right. I can't use this because I need in battle. I have to be able to print the text out at the right time. So we're going to do a modified version. And so we're just going to do for status effect in actor.status effects. Excuse me. I'll just make this a complete sentence. Tick status effects, and then we're going to get our text going. So we're going to kind of like make mini loops here. So where do I declare text? Up there. Let's actually do it up here now. We'll just make sure we clear it. So it's ready to be used for the rest of the loop. And so now, I guess we can put it down there. That's all right. Status. Let's borrow from Battle Actor because it's pretty much, this is what we want. Change this. And we just add actor.status effect. It's going to be actor.status effects. And actor.status effects. Since that's an array, we might as well grab it here. Oops. Just going to clean it up. Status effects array is actor.status effects. Then we just remove all these actor calls. And I think in the actor, we also need to set the target with the status effect. And so let's go look at status effect. It's going to take this has to be that. Okay. Status effect could not be fully loaded. Let's take a look at it. And it's that issue. We can just put resource. Does that work? Yeah, it's not going to be able to have that reference to it. That's okay. We'd rather have Battle Actor have a reference to the type of status effect. Although really, if I end up not needing that, then we might not have to. Anyway, back to battle. Oh, come on. We're getting this now. Let me try doing a reload. So I can put my notes away while this is going. Hopefully that fixed. I'm not seeing any errors, so good stuff. Go back to run through event queue. Back to run event. Okay, so we're ticking. Now, when we tick, I think we want to get, we're going to have this create the text, and we're actually going to return the text instead. Which will be an array. We're going to return text. Let me update the player one. In fact, I'm just going to comment it out because we're not using it at the moment. So now, status effect is going to create the text there. Alright, so do this. Text dot append target dot name takes plus string damage plus from let's say loses. What's wrong here? And return text. Let's see if I can find a way for this to clear itself. Now it's an object, so I think it has signals. Yeah. We could have a signal. Let's do that in battle actor when we add it. So we get a reference to it, put effect. We're going to do effect.connect, and let's see what we have built in. Status effect. Just need to look here. Change, we don't want that. We want does reference have signals? No, object I'm sure does. Nope, so we'll just make one. Down here, before we return, if duration equals 0, just do it just in case. So equal to 0, we want to emit signal clearing. And so battle actor will accept that. It's going to be clearing itself and on status effect clearing. Let's go down here. It's going to have to send, we'll send it through here. We can send the index of it. That way we get it before we add. And here we're going to have index and status effects dot remove index. Or do I have to do pop at? Yeah, because we want to remove it. Maybe we just want to remove. We don't need a return. Yeah, they're re-indexed, so we can call remove. And so now status effect will automatically lead from the player's status effect arrays. That's nice. And we return the text, which can be used in battle. We don't need that check. And we want to do status text.append array status tick. Now, I tell you what we can do is change that up. Text will be down here. We don't need that anymore. So what we're going to do is send it right to the dialog box. That's going to be add text. And then we want to do our yield, which I think I made a custom. Do that. Copy that. And do that, get text, and then we can use it down here. Now to test it, we want to go and give down here where we're doing all of our testing. It's going to be player.add status effect. And then what do I send through the index? Player. No. Send the type. Interesting. Let's see what happens. So now we're all poisoned, not the enemies. So I'm just going to do a bunch of defends. And poison obviously did not work. Let's take a look. We need to figure out where it's not working. So I think when we initialize status effect, we don't really need name, do we? We can see it's added. Now we want to see tick. Alright, so we're just not getting that. Could be an issue with how I'm handling that. That might need to be like +1. Let's print I. I mean, it's obviously not working. getting an error. That's fine. Maybe we do have to flip this. 0. It's got to be -1. Try without the -1. Let's print. See what the hell's going on there. It's definitely got that. Oh crap, we don't have to call that anymore. We don't have to do it backwards. I don't think I need for effect in, because now the status effect gets rid of itself. Oh my gosh. Get rid of all that. So I might as well do that, and this, we don't need that anymore. Copy that, override that. There we go. So we have to figure out why they're not getting any damage now. Maybe because they're defending? We need to do ignore defense. This one I will make mandatory. Or no, we won't. It's going to be, no, we will put it at the end. It's going to be full equals false. If not ignore defense, do that. Then in status effects, we're going to call on heal hurt, we have to add that -1 and true. So I think that'll do it. Well, damage is 0, so that's an issue right there. So doing HP max times. Oh. Yeah, it's not the right function. All right, we want HP max times and range. It's gonna be like 0. Um, I need another one? Holy cow. So we needed ignore defense as a Boolean anyway. And we just need to do string abs of damage. Alright, so that'll fix everything there. Alright, that broke. I think it's because I left return. We're running through that event. Let's see. Let me check if they're still dead. Alright, I don't know where our dialog box went. We'll try running through that again. That looked fine. And I know poison. We're going to make sure it's a minimum of 1. So the damage equals max 1 damage. Max size. That way I don't worry about warnings. We want min. It's going to be -1. Heal hurt damage. That's the element. Got the frickin' Final Fantasy IV battle theme stuck in my head the past couple days. Okay. Let's also get rid of our text here. So we know this is all running now. We're good. In battle actor, we have that yes. On add status effect. Oh no, that was in status effect, so it should be gone now. I just don't want to see any of that. Our HP updates, because we've kept everything separate, so whenever we call heal hurt, these things are always communicating there. Alright, so very, very cool stuff, I think. Let's just see if it stays. It should. It did not. And I know why. I know exactly why. Remember how we set duration to -1 when we want it to not end? We want to do if duration is not equal to -1. We want to do duration -1. I think that makes sense. I mean, we could do like permanent, but let's do that. I like this clear. Last until let's say like I don't care. I don't care. So duration is not equal to -1. I'm gonna do that. Or better yet, let's do this. If duration equals 0, that way duration will never be equal to 0 if we have it set to -1 at start. Right, so I'm gonna run through the battle. Wow, that's a lot. Zoe's dead. Lada's dead. My cursor's not reappearing there. Let's figure that one out. That's going to be on options button focused, I think. Cursor getting hidden somewhere? Yeah. Should be shown. That's the problem. So we're moving it to the node. What the hell is that? I don't need that. um, we're gonna get rid of that. Am I using that still? I think I am. And now we're gonna do this. So we do if target node. We're going to follow it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just do if node, if target node, if not target node. So that looks pretty good. It does not match the parent. Oh, shoot. And now it will process, and we shouldn't have to update the position. And in fact, I don't think we even have to hide the cursor anymore. So for now, I'll just comment those out. Let's see what happens. Let's just do this. Yeah, see, it follows the menu now. That's perfect. So I'm going to go through and clean this up where we have the cursor. Get rid of that. We do need those. We don't need the yield anymore, I'm pretty sure. We'll test that out. I can always revert back real quick. So when we do magic, yeah, everything works. Beautiful. It's looking good, really good. I mean, our battle's like so much complete now, so much more complete. Hit him with the ice, Tommy. Glenn, let's heal Tommy up. Everyone's poisoned. So up next, we're gonna get. Oh, I gotta get rid of that cursor though. Oh no. So here we go. We're gonna clean it up in. Go to next player. Let's see. Focus on or release focus. Where am I doing options.button focus? If player HP greater than 0, we do that. I think either way we're going to do that. So the cursor is always in the correct position. I'll show you what I mean. So if we let's fight, and you're going to use an item on that. We want to see that cursor go away. See, it goes back to the options menu. That looks fine. But we saw it pop up there. That wasn't right. Oh, cursor, what am I gonna do with you? Let's see. It might be time to split these up. And that's just what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna duplicate this. Check this. So yeah, they do have custom settings. So bear with me. We're gonna figure it out. So we do this a bunch of times, or maybe just once for starters. So anything that we're animating out needs to be in its own margin container. Just get rid of that. And I really should have backed up battle. Yeah, we'll roll with it. Screw it. Because I need to fix our animations. It's kind of janky. So now, dialog box needs to be out of that. We have enemies on their own. So it's going to be enemies. We go up here, we delete enemies. Now I will update all of my node paths. Bottom needs to be on its own. So we drag bottom up to that. We get rid of this in the dialog box. Enemies, bottom. And then dialog box is going to be on its own. Delete this. Delete that. Let's check. Our positions look fine because we organized it right. So they're right in the middle now. Bottom we get rid of. Dialog box we get rid of. And this goes there. And then we just do size flag. Yeah. So it looks the same, right? But I had to do all that for the animations because we can't have containers and containers if we want to animate the containers that are in the containers. I know that's a mouthful, but anyway. Now I need to update all of these references. We got gonna go there. Let me delete that. Oops. Bottom goes there. Delete that. Dialog box should be below that. Enemies don't really need a margin container, because they're right in the middle. I'll update that path. That's fine. What the spider on me? That's just some fuzz. Alright, so I think this now we do full rect and then why is that not working? Do these just all need to be centered now? Let's change that on the button. Actually, we just need that. There we go. And bottom, I think anything that is in the bottom we have to update. Yeah. So it's now just bottom, bottom, bottom. And you have options, enemy. Okay. So, oops. That, and we're gonna try and do this. So wait, it's bottom. Oh baby. Hopefully it works and hopefully it makes sense. Oh man. What a mess. Let's just see if we can run it. I'm feeling... Wow, okay. So magic's not working. Bottom, bottom, magic GUI. Why are you not showing up now? Could be an issue with... I don't know, it looks fine to me. Oh, they didn't have any magic, that's why. So now we have to look at our animations. So I'm going to look up tween. Let's look at animate bottom. This might all be okay. I think it might actually be alright. Although no, it's not. So we need to move the entire thing now. Let's look at bottom. Let's see every time we're calling this match case whole words. So it's just when we're animating it, so we're going to change that to the margin container that surrounds bottom. And all of that should be fine. Now dialog box is the other thing that we're animating. So let's look at that, not when we're adding text, but not these, just, oh, so animate bottom, Dialog box, true. That's another one that we need to grab. It's going to be on ready bar. And to get rid of that, we want like animate bottom, and anywhere we see dialog box, replace that. And that. So it's a little janky, but if you follow it along, it should. I mean, I should test it out and see if it works before I say anything. Magic works. Beautiful. We have earth, wind, and fire. No, I don't actually. All right, so the animations work. Very nice. And so I did that because we were having issues moving those. Like when a container is a child of a container, you don't really want to be messing with its position because that's handled by the container that it's in, right? And you can see like if we, I'm hesitant to change too much, but like say I push that off 100, right? And then we reload. If I save battle, let's close it and we reopen it. See how it's back in position? That's because its position is dictated by the one above it. It might even have a note here. Yeah, node's position relative to its parent. It doesn't say anything about that specifically, but if we look at the container, yeah, see, automatically arranges them. That's the main thing. Okay, Q sort. Interesting. So we fixed that. Let's update our notes. So we officially have status effects. I'll just mark off poison. We need to implement these later on. For now, I'll probably put this down. No, it can stay around there. Animation effects. I think that's more important. Yeah, like all of this stuff, I think now that we have at least the status effects, right, the foundation is there. And also want like poison damage should show as green full screen flash instead of red, something like that. And maybe recreate the pixel blur effect from FF. Pulling poison tick, something like that. All right, I think that'll do it for right now. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, feedback, whatever. As always, any kind of interaction with the channel helps out, and it motivates me to keep making these videos. So I hope you find it helpful, and good luck making your game. All right, I'll see you later.